Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Blueprints, shall we? So, I've been hearing a lot about this game, and I wanted to just try it out for myself. And I saw all the blueprints lying around, and I was like, what's with these? And then somehow, I don't know how I never put together the idea of blueprints as blueprints, but very clever, and I'm ready to give it a shot. Hey, Shutter. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Mage. Long time indeed. Great to see you, my friend. Well, we're going to find out. I think it's a kind of puzzle mystery game, but I'm not entirely sure. We're going to see. There's been a lot of hubbub. I want to check out the hubbub. I think there's a mansion involved. Hermie, good evening. I totally understand. Hey, Puppet. Great to see you. I'm sorry you can't sleep, but it's amazing to see you, my friend. I need to check out Crashlands 2. I only played the original. That's awesome, Shutter. Thanks for the recommendation. You too, Hermie. Oh, a distinguished looking...
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Now that's a house.
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate.
Whoa.
The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Ah, you could keep it.
Witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Wow. Well, I guess we gotta find a secret room then. Hey, Chef Smitty, good evening. Mage, that's a great idea. I just have to play more of the game to understand it. I need to check to see if there's been any updates in Open Sewer. Wow, cool graphics. I like cell-shaded. Very blue tint on everything, as to be expected, I suppose. So in the upper left it says what, 50 steps? Is that what that means? Okay. I hope not, Mage. There's only so much my heart can take. Alright, so there's some curios. I don't know what the buttons do. I can't click on or interact with anything that I'm seeing here. Oh, let's go forward. Okay, I'm walking. Now, maybe that means 50 rooms that I go in. Give me 1 second. Had to invert that Y. There we go. That makes sense, Mage. I've kind of seen that it's, I don't know if it's randomized each time that you play, if it's a roguelike, but in a lot of these games, you have a currency of time that you can extend by performing well. Let's do a good job. Let's do a good job. Osgood, good evening, my friend. So, Open Sewer has been getting some updates. Great. I honestly really enjoyed that game. It was just in a kind of very early state when I looked at it, but I should look at it again. All right. Only in the event... Open only in the event of my death. Ooh, look at that stamp. The stamp's even blue. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Okay, so my pickaxe, flashlight, cell phone, those are no. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. Interesting. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. So this is one of those roguelikes or recursive kind of games that explains in a meta way the nature of the game. You have to start fresh each day. Perhaps the layout of this house changes each day. Maybe, I'm not sure. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today, well, here we go, right, will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. Indeed. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. That's creepy. I don't know how comfortable I would be living in a place like that. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and best wishes, best of luck, Herbert Sinclair. Okay, then. Mage, thank you so much for the kind words, my friend. To be honest with that, all it is a matter of is feeling that I understand the game well enough to create a guide to help someone through it, and that would just require that I play the game more. And it is one that I should check back in on, because as Osgood says, it's been getting some updates. Alright, let's see here. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Okay, so now they're explaining the footprints. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 feet. You'll lose 1 pair of feet. Oh my god. When you no longer have any orc shoes, let's just say shoes left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. Fair enough. Ah, that's a nice bust. Okay, so there's the Queen of Diamonds. Another Victorian-era bust that appears with those sideburns. And here is the Ace of Spades. It's one of those things where it's like it's a puzzle game. I feel like there's a few elements in movies from The Living House. I think there was a Stephen King book called, Red Rose or Rose Red, maybe, about a mansion that, like, the house was so haunted and it killed people and it changed upon entry, I think. But I can't say I recall. I picked up the Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access it by pressing tab. Okay, great. Oh, I tell you what. Looking down into the room with this cutout and the fact that it's a mansion and it's a mystery, I mean, that is the Clue board game view, you know what I mean? And it's given me some nice Clue vibes. Okay, so I'm here and I need to get, I suppose, to the antechamber, if that's a goal, or that's just a beacon. Okay, so let's just go here. Select a room to draft. Oh, I'm building it as I go. Okay. Now, when you are building a room, okay, it is a roguelike. It's a choose 3. I don't know if I get to orient the room and then I'm building a path that goes to the antechamber. I played a roguelike similar to this, kind of a D&D kind of roguelike for the channel. Or if it's going to be oriented as it's pictured here. I am building it, apparently. It's like what the grandma said in the note. I tell the path where I want to go. I could restore 2 feet in a bedroom, you know, like to cure my exhaustion. But let's go ahead and get some items in a closet, shall we? So we found a coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Okay, so this is for helping me make money. And then there's an emerald that appears. And that is going in the upper right. Now, I don't know if that's a meta currency for like meta progression, or if, I guess, nothing leaves the house. I mean, you want to talk about a nice closet. Oh boy, Mage, that's slipping my mind at the moment. I'd have to look back through the game list that I have played, but it was one recently where you kind of got to build your own path, and you had tiles that you used. I think it had something along the lines of dungeon in the title. I mean, this closet has a coin purse and an emerald just sitting in it. You know, I know it's meager, but I guess I can't take anything out. I might just call it a day and just head for the hills with my emerald. But no, let's do the best for Mr. Sinclair. Okay, so I can go to the laboratory, and I don't know the color system just yet, what I'm dealing with here. This is a one-way room, and it doesn't list any benefits. The storeroom gives you a key, a gem, and a coin. And I could also go through a courtyard. It does have a gem requirement, but I just got a gem. Interesting. I'll go to a courtyard, sure. I don't want to box myself in with only dead ends to start with. Okay. Let's look around. I don't know if there's anything I can interact with. Is that a metal detector? It sure looks like one. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Okay, great. Yeah, give me that. So, I have, in my inventory, you can see I have the metal detector, and I have a coin purse. Fantastic. Okay, that's cool. You can run by pushing shift. I wonder if there's a way to highlight interactables. I don't see it. Oh boy, there's a little bit of damage that's been done here. Yeah, Shutter, I'm with you, my friend. Now, let me check something. You see how I have 47 footsteps? Can I go back? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could backtrack and not lose exhaustion, but you do. So that's good to know. Okay. Now, this is where I could build. Corridor is always left unlocked. Interesting. Hey, Kraft, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Yes, and by the way, if you do celebrate Easter, happy Easter, everyone. Let's see. So, it's interesting, like, can the room... The suggestion here that the corridor is always left unlocked. The house reshuffles each day, but I don't know if it reshuffles with a completely new layout or it keeps any of my existing rooms. Don't know that. And I also don't understand, what does it mean it leaves it unlocked? Am I to then wonder if I placed a hallway that I could lock myself out, but the corridor wouldn't? Curious. Let's try a corridor and just see what's magical about this. There's a painting of a crowbar. It's not a crowbar. It's just an image of a crowbar. The prayer beads. Okay. Well, let's go for the storeroom. Well, that would dead end this. I'll take a bedroom, just make a nice little corner here. And we get some steps back. That would be nice, Mage. That's an interesting idea. And I wonder if, you know, there's anything... Like, if... Okay, here, I was going to say, should I be exploring? Greetings from Reddington. Alright, can I flip that over? No? No? Doesn't look like it. Just greetings from Reddington. I also don't know if there's much of a narrative element to this game. Like, if there's going to be some kind of story that I uncover. Wow. You see how the stream is coming up right into the house? That's a little bit arresting. It almost, you know, looks like it's going under the house. It's kind of like that Frank Lloyd Wright house, you know, where the stream runs through the house. But I don't, you know, anyway. Can I have that top hat? I cannot. This person really likes chess, apparently. Who doesn't? Okay, great. That's a good... I don't know why it's pointing down. That's a good point. Maybe I should investigate that more. There's a nook that gives you a key. A den gives you a gem. I can't say no to a gem. I'm not going to go in it yet, though. Let's see. Let's see that hand. I can't... If I... It doesn't seem to do anything that I can tell. But... Maybe you need to have different tools to figure that out. Oh, yeah, man. The graphics in this game are awesome. Like, this den, look at that roaring fire there. This is super cozy. I could totally, you know, curl up with a good book in this room. Oh, my metal detector is beeping. Okay. Oh, it's showing you where the key is. Now, it told me that the den had a key, so I would have needed to just look around, but the metal detector just makes your life easier. And I think it also said it helps you find coins. Oh, wow. Boy, time is moving really quickly here. I mean, like, it's such a mysterious game because you look at even this picture and you don't know if that's relevant. It's showing me where I am, actually. Look. That's me. Oh, look, this is locked. Can I... No, I was going to say, can I use my key to open that? No, you can't. Okay. So the mouse cursor will change if you can actually interact with it. A nice picture of an airplane. I mean, for a den, this place has far too many clocks. I believe I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different clocks in this den. You know, when I relax, I don't really want to know what time it is. All right. There's a commissary. Items for sale. Interesting. I don't have a gem. I want to see what the laboratory does. I am curious about this. Maybe it doesn't do anything, but the color of the room is important for some reason. Yeah, and you know what's interesting is it doesn't, I do too, Mage. That's a good question. It doesn't seem to give you anything that I can see. And you can actually lay down a room but not go inside it to retain your energy. So I could have just, I guess, placed that room and then not gone inside and just left it there to save some energy. But I could go back through the bedroom. Yeah, if you were better at Shutter, I think that's the name of the benefactor who has died. I believe the initials. You see, I can actually go back into the bedroom to get my energy back. So if I was more strategic in the placing of those, I could kind of get a little bit more pep if I wanted to kind of wrap back around to go to the courtyard, for example. However, I get +2, -1, -1, so it's kind of not a huge gain, but it's interesting. Oh wow, view the inventory of all items currently in the house. Interesting. A parlor gives a puzzle piece. Well, give me a puzzle piece. Talk to me about what that means. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. 2 boxes in this room are empty. Clever. There are 3 boxes in this room. Okay, so that's the puzzle. So let's look around a little bit more. And I found a wind-up key. Okay. A component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. Okay, interesting. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only true statements. Okay. There will always be at least 1 box which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. Okay. Let's think about this. First of all, let me just look around to make sure there's no more clues that I need. So if you look at this, this says there are 3 boxes in this room, right? That seems to be true because the game is about 3 colored boxes. And then that means one of them is false. 2 boxes in this room are empty. This also appears to be true, however, because the rules of the game state that. So then this box is one of the 2 empty boxes. This seems to be a lie, right? Like, we know there has to be a lie, but it doesn't have to be. Now, technically, I mean, if I look around, like, I don't see another box in the room unless I wanted to count this cabinet as a box, but it isn't. It's not that. Let's look at this again. There will always be at least one box which displays true statements, one box which displays only false statements, only one box has a prize, the other two are empty. I cannot interact with the cabinet. Okay. Nah, nothing. It doesn't do anything. Much of this room doesn't do anything. That's an interesting picture. The spiral staircase. I feel like it's like this can't be false. I didn't see one. No. Because there's 3 boxes and there's not 2 boxes. 2 boxes in this room are empty is also true because of the rules of the game. I'm going to open this one, but I'm not 100% confident. Okay, we got it. So we get what? 2 gems. Okay, so we got that puzzle. Now, interestingly, this is bricked up, but that's because, yeah, okay. So it's good to know, but as we're trying to understand this game, this had a doorway here, but it won't retroactively build a doorway into this corridor because it does not have a doorway here. So this parlor becomes a dead end. However, I did get 2 gems. So we need to then retreat. So we're learning a little bit here about how this goes. Oh, there's a gem right here. I didn't get this. I should have been paying attention. Look at that. It was just sitting there in the den. Okay, we got to keep our eyes open. And we'll get 2 back. All right, and now we're here. So in the courtyard, the only place I can go is to the right. So, or to the east. I have to be really careful not to box myself in. Whenever you enter the chapel, you lose money. Okay. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. There you go. So this is totally Clue. And that's why the colors matter. So, like, this could be a secret passage to the lavatory, for example. I don't have that much money at all. I think I have... Actually, I don't know if I have coins. I'm going to maybe just build a hallway. Because I won't lose any money. I have no coins, so I couldn't even go into the chapel. Unless... you would just go to 0. Like, I don't know if you can go into debt or... And I don't know if it would preclude you from entering. Picture of a bathtub. Right. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. Now, you notice how in the bottom right corner it says hallway rank 2? I don't know what rank 2 means. If it means... I'm not in the 2 quadrant on the grids unless it means like second row from the bottom or what that means. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to start paying attention to that kind of stuff. So I can't go here. Ugh. So unfortunately, the only room that I could build that wouldn't box me in would be the Nook. And so I have to build this to not completely trap myself. I've done a very, very bad job planning. I've been planning based on just trying out the different rooms and trying to get collectibles and not on progress. And that is hurting me. Alright, we got a key. Man, I love this built-in, like, area right here. This kind of little seating area. It's sweet. Well, tomorrow will be us starting over. Because every day it refreshes. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal. Alex, good evening, my friend. Thank you so much for 28 months of Bezos bucks. I appreciate that. A journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Yes, okay. So I do want a journal. Yeah, you're right. There is another chess piece over here. It's a rook. So I think maybe they're hinting to me that I should take notes. It might be a good idea. Ah, this is a huge radio. My goodness. All right, let's go over here, check things out. So I have found that pushing tab is so useful for showing you the orientation that you're going to get. But unfortunately, no matter what I do, I am trapped. I'll do this, but you'll see that I'm going to have to start over because I did a bad job. Unless I can make my own... Oh, what's this? I got, like, some car keys. Sweet. Unless I can drill a hole in something and blow up a room that I've placed. So there's a number 10. There's a deer. You're right. There's a note. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages, that's a Clue reference, since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation, hoping your health improves shortly. Okay, different signature. KL. A basketball. A toy boat. Fresh linens. Well, we had a good run, but I did just a miserable job picking rooms, but we've learned a lot. We learned a lot. We got to go out. I can't, there's nowhere I can go. I can call it a day. Hey, James, what's up, my friend? So glad you could catch a stream. I wonder if there's anything on the grounds themselves, like Doesn't look like I can go this way. It would be nice. Oh, yeah, maybe I can. No, it does not want me to go that way. It's locked. Maybe you can unlock that later as a shortcut or something. I'll just explore. Okay, this is boarded up. Basement access. Interesting. The fountains appear to be turned off. Wow. Look at that. I mean, look at the hint that there are rooms cut into the face of the mountain underneath the waterfall. A beautiful estate. A mysterious estate. They do feel like that. Like, I can't tell if it's just randomized or if they're of vital importance, Mage. Alright, and we're in a very, very dark area, and it doesn't look like I can go any further here. Hey, Lakes, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I haven't tried that one yet. Okay, we're making it this way. It's sort of like that, James. It's a cel-shaded, kind of architectural roguelike is what it feels like. Oh. Somebody's... Is this my tent? The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great-uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night, which I think I'm going to have to do because unless I find dynamite, I don't see a way. Oh, it's a combination lock. We have to figure out what the combo is to this portion of the game. I don't see a way to progress any further, so we'll just call it a day. Tomorrow you will awake to find the rooms of the castle as well as your current inventory will have been reset. And I need to call it, unfortunately. I don't think I could have done anything else. But I don't know. Oh, thank you, Mage. Oh, so it says rank reached 3. So I think then this must be rank 1, 2, and 3, like Tetris rose from the bottom. All right, let's see. Reset indeed. All right. Let's drink to a better day. All right, nothing new here. But let's see if there's any items laying about. And let's just see what we notice, right? Honestly, this was the Queen of Diamonds and the Ace of Spades last time. All right, let's go forward. Okay. So I don't think you get any mage, but that's a good question. I don't know if, like, you can level up and then get more to start with, but these are the only ones I could build so far. So let's just build a nook and create no dead ends right now. So this is the same as before. It was telling me noteworthy. We got a key. Uh-huh. So there's a breaker box in the utility closet, I suppose. Let's look at this. If I put a parlor, it will just create... There's a picture of a bridge, it looked like, Mage. I'm going to put the chapel down. And I know that you lose money when you go in, but I want to see if you can lose money if you have none. Like, what's going to happen if I have no money? Can I go in? Yes, you just have to tithe money if you have money. And see, there's a bishop in this room. There's also some Roman numerals. 2, 3, 4... Oh no, 2, 3, 6, 5. Whoa. Okay, interesting. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's 5? 5, 6, and then 7. Okay. Huh. Now, you know what? I thought they could be numbers to the combination, but there's 6 of them and they're in order, so it doesn't feel that way. But, I wonder how much, like, what kind of notes I should be taking. I'm going to get out just a piece of paper and just write some notes. So, in the chapel, we have a bishop. Now, this might just be too granular, but I'm early in the game. And what's behind this? Is there a number or anything? Like, it's so odd that the altar is blocking this stained glass. I mean, I guess it's maybe integrated as a part of it or something. So it's kind of like one is the farmer. Let me orient myself with my back to the wall like this, and then just draw a picture of this chapel. So 7, 1 equals farmer. The only thing I see up there is the symbol of Holly, the Holly estate. And then 2 looks like a chef. Three is, I mean, also a farmer. This farmer has a hoe, and this farmer has a pitchfork. Maybe more of a rancher. Four is a chimney sweep. Six is a riding instructor. And then, yeah, you're right, gardener instead of farmer. 7 is, I mean, it's a female knight angel with a royal scepter, crown, and shield. Queen, I guess? I don't know. Interesting. All right, so I got a bunch of notes there. Let's go here. So, what choices do I have? Ugh. Bedroom allows me to have some rooms to go into. I'm going to use the bedroom just to keep more possibilities. We saw these prayer hands before, but in a different location, in a hallway. But I wonder, you know what? That's a good question, Lakes. Let me check it. You know what? If memory serves, I swear I saw these prayer beads at this location, at this row and column before. So maybe the pictures and the crowbar, I saw them there. Maybe the paintings are tied to a particular grid position. The rooms rotate automatically to align with the doors. Now, it doesn't look like I can touch the statues. But yeah, they're different as well. Alright, so again... Ooh, kitchen. Well, gem requirement. I don't have a gem. Do I want the breaker box? The breaker box might not be a bad idea if I find something that needs electricity, because the kitchen, it's not vital that I can move. The chapel already provides access to that room. I think I'll just put this here and then use it if I need it. I don't need it right now. I'll save some steps. But if I need to flip on the power, we know where it is. Now, see, this says it's a West Wing hall, but didn't we get some note that told us that the West Wing has the most opportunity to relock itself? So this could be bad for us, but we do have one key. I'm going to try it. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Mage. I think you're right that you can get, you know, like, some steps through the bedroom, but it's like you go in. If you lose a step when you go into the bedroom, and then you lose one when you go out, it's actually a net 0, I think. All right, let's curl back around this way. And the pantry is going to give us money. Or there's a hallway. Let me look at the map. I like the idea of the pantry giving money, but I think the hallway for function, it gives us 2 rooms to access, which is probably more valuable. It's a great question, Mage, but I think the answer is no, because this is like an ever-changing mansion, so West Wing I don't think means too much, except for this note that tells you that doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. So maybe anything you put off of the West Wing, you have that possibility. Some serious wallpaper. Alright. I think a parlor is really good. I don't know if it means anything, except, like, that might be something, an item in the game. Hey, Fading, good evening, good to see you. I'm not sure about that, though. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. And, oh, we got the same puzzle, but let's see if the puzzle has been shaken up at all. I want to see if the rules have changed. Here's the piece. Here we go. Exactly, Fading. Exactly. I didn't think about it that way. Okay, so the rules are the same. And we have a picture of a dog tag or a price tag with 10 on it. This says, the blue box contains the gems. This says this box is the white box. Oh, this box is the black box. Okay, so remember, one tells the truth, one lies, and two are empty. So what if this was just telling the truth, and these two are both lying? So I'm going to try this one. Yeah, the boxes changed the message. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to see if this works out. It did. Excellent. All right, so we got 2 gems. Glorious day. I need to sit on this couch for a bit. Very comfortable. Okay. So, we could put a kitchen here and buy food. Food might restore your energy, I'm not sure, but I don't have very many coins. Hey, Sid, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Awesome, awesome, Sid. I'm playing the full version of the game, which is on Xbox PC Game Pass. I could get money. Let's set up for later and just put the kitchen down. We got gems, yes. And it takes a gem to come into this room. I hope it doesn't take a gem every time, though. So you can buy, yep, with money you can get your steps back. Look at this. A banana, club sandwich, chef salad, or the porterhouse steak. A delightfully expensive steak cut, bone-in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. But it's only served in the dining room, and it's 20 steps plus an additional 10 if you have a showroom in your house. Wow. I don't know. It's another room type. I tell you what. Oh, look. They've got animals. Could be a cat, small dog, not sure. Oh my gosh, they're refrigerator pictures. A car and a minecart. We need Wagyu for sure. There's no water. I don't know if I have to turn that on or if that even matters. Okay. We're going to go in here. A corridor looks good, but it actually doesn't work. A commissary goes back into the hallway. I wonder if I could just leave. What if I don't want to put a room down? Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one. Okay, well, there's the answer. Yeah, it is, Sid. Oh, my goodness. So, do I want to loop back, or do I want to just get a bunch of steps? I mean, the guest bedroom is kind of cool for that. I'll tell you what, though. Well, I was going to say, if I put this down, if I go back into the kitchen, I might lose my other gem. However, if I put the commissary down, I'll lose my gem anyway also. So let's go ahead with this. And let's just get ourselves some steps. A bathtub, a bat. Ooh, magnifying glass. What do you do? Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Interesting. Okay. And maybe you can find like hidden stuff. Or is this just purely functional? I mean, it is just a magnifying glass. It's kind of cool, but I wonder if you can actually find anything noteworthy. I think you're right, and I wonder if it was in this location on the grid, which would keep our theory of grid spots in place for the pictures. Okay, so just checked it. Look at that. It does not take your gem to backtrack into the kitchen. So there is a car and a minecart, Mage. So maybe it only takes a gem the first time you go into the room to activate it. Or maybe you can't even place it unless you have a gem. Yes, it does take steps back to do that. I just got a bunch of steps from going into the guest bedroom. All right. And now we're in the West Wing Hall. Oh, look at this. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Exactly, Sid. That's my goal. You know what's cool is and I did a bad job, Sid, on my first day of that. What's crazy is it's like everybody who lives here, including the staff, know about this drafting process, which I'm just learning. Like, they're all playing the game, too. All right, so there is an airplane and a blueprint. Oh, we saw this before, too, remember? There I am. Oh, funny. Rank 2 just means anything on this row is rank 2, and then we'll get to rank 3 right here. So what we have to have is either the pantry or the corridor. Let's go pantry and actually get some money. Man, I just really like the art style in this game and the way that these, like, you get the feel of just incredibly palatial and mysterious mansion. It's almost like Resident Evil style, you know? I don't believe that's how you spell coffee. I'm just going to be on the record saying that. Unless it's in a different language, but... Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. Wow. Somebody else was playing the game. The enclosed amount should cover expenses. It doesn't. A banana costs 3. This is 4. But please bring back any change. Oh, that's the change, and leave it in the pantry. Okay. I keep thinking that this is some, like, amazing tool that I've discovered, but it might just be a magnifying glass. Hey, an apple. I can. I'm going to get it. Now, this is coffee spelled correctly. To be fair, maybe it's like it just can't fit. The font size is too big or something. There is a picture of a boat and a crow, or a raven. No, I know what you mean, Mage, but what I'm saying is, you can tell that any, this is a pantry rank 3 because it's on row 3. So if, like, basically on the grid, this everything on the first row is rank 1. Yeah. It's not like at first I thought the same thing, Mage, which is like, oh, it's a leveled up version of this or something like that, but it doesn't appear to be. Give me some tea. I cannot climb the ladder. I am crestfallen. Okay. So we got to do security because we're going to get locked in if we don't. This still only provides one doorway for us, but it's better than 0. Yes, and just verifying, it takes the gem when you build the room. Man, this is so Resident Evil, it feels like it, where it's like, you have this antiquated, Victorian-era mansion, yet there's, like, high technology embedded within. Oh, we got a cutscene. We're getting the real heebie-jeebies now. Is that Hal? In the reel-to-reel? Wow, look at all these awesome rooms. The music room. The, oh my god, it's me. I know, it's like, let me see if you can see the camera. I mean, what kind of technology are we talking about? Because it saw me here, but if I turn around and look up, I don't see a camera that sees me anywhere. I'll tell you what, though, that the 80s kind of ambient synthesizer music with no dialogue or anything is so creepy. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live, out, and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch box used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Miss Babbage. Terminal password. Hey, look at this. Swan song. We got it. Magnifying glass coming in clutch. I mean, they don't have any special characters. They don't have upper or lowercase. There's no numbers. That's just lazy. Okay, so let's see if we can do anything else. And this says, until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So the antechamber is where we're trying to get, up here. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Okay. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. We have a dessert tray and a necktie, it appears. A pretty intense-looking coffee machine. A nice microwave. Yep, just your standard reel-to-reel servers here. Who wouldn't want those? Nice rotary telephone. There's some VHS recordings. Blue memos true, red memos lies. Wait, what? Unless written by hand. Look at that. The magnifying glass is useful. Okay, now this is crazy. Because I was just believing every red memo that I saw. So, like, the memo that said the doors in the West Wing are locked, that looked like it was a red memo, but it did not look handwritten. I am taking notes. I got a piece of paper here. I know. So it's like, well, now what? I mean, for example, right back here, look, this is a red memo. So the antechamber is not unlocked, it's locked. And that means we're going to have to use access levers. And then this one is also, but this is true. So it's blue. I was going to say, wow, the antechamber is unlocked. They made it really easy on us. No, they did not. Oh, man, look at that vault. Unreal. There's a library, there's a vault, there's a music room. There's the nook, hallway. There's me. Whoa, look at that. That must be, I don't know if that's the showroom, but it has like jewelry displays. There's a nursery. God, that's creepy. Is that an indoor swimming pool? Of course. There's a ballroom with a grand piano. This looks like a museum. It really might be fading. I was wondering about that. It could be a Wolverine. It could also be, this could be the Genova tank. Sephiroth could be cooking away inside there. Let's see. What do we got? What's this computer? Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Okay. View the state inventory. The following is a detailed list of the items currently in the house that have not yet been collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. Okay, so this is nice. So it keeps track of, like, things that you might have missed, but we haven't missed anything. Keycard system, security doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. So, can I change the security level? The security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed. So you should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 to 6 with a high setting. I wonder, like, do I want to turn this down to make it easy on myself? But then, is this like a risk-reward thing? Like, where only good stuff can be found behind security doors, so you want to make sure you find them? I'm not sure. Yes, fading. Um, I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to go back and change offline mode. This determines the default setting of security doors will be set to if power is lost. Oh, so of course, the breaker box I found doesn't turn on the power, derp. It turns off the power. Offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. So let's go unlocked so that if we turn off the power, we can get through any security doors. Yeah, I'm going to keep medium, but I'm going to change offline just because we found the breaker box. But I could be reading that wrong. Log into network. Swan song, password accepted. Connecting to network. Whoa, you hear that dial-up? We got a sweet modem access. Okay. Look at this. Network login, staff services. Punch in or out. Staff announcements. Request schedule change. Special orders return to network. You know what I feel like when I'm playing this game? It gives me some of the vibes of... what are those puzzle games? Are they called the Notary games or nonary games? Or what are those? It's like a... There were some anime puzzle games where it's like almost like an escape room. And it's like a murder mystery. It's super creepy. Anyway, yeah, it does, Mage. Let's see. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you, your friends in faithful service. Also, the fact that there is like one staff member in this changing mansion, it gives it a feel of like The Shining, too. Request schedule change. Oh, okay. It's been disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Miss Babbage, okay? Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff, and they could take 1 to 3 days. Oh, so I could place a special order to design what comes in the commissary if I wanted, but I don't know if I need that right now. Okay, so I can't punch in. Oops. Actually, let me go back to that. There was some more stuff I didn't do. You know what? 100%, James. I thought about Leisure Suit Larry. I've never played one before. Okay, let's see. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA. Are there any others? The office, the laboratory, and the shelter. So I have to unlock these rooms first to use this. I gotcha. Okay, I don't have that yet. Electronic mail. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. I see, okay. Data transfer from Cinca are not currently available. Hey, Retro Gamer. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Glossary of terms. Okay. Rooms are considered adjoining if they're connected to each other via a doorway. Yeah, sure. So most of these make sense. Color. The color of a floor plan will usually indicate the type of room. Violet for bedrooms, orange for hallways, green for green rooms, like the garden, or the conservatory was green, right? The garden. Yellow for shops, and red for red rooms, and blue for blueprints, okay? Drawing is the initial pulling of the 3 floor plans from the draft pool at the beginning of drafting. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember that the 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted, sure. The draft pool is the total collection of currently available floor plans from which 3 are drawn at the beginning of each draft. Okay, makes sense. The directory contains detailed information for all the rooms on the estate that you've drafted. And you can access it, by pressing R. Interesting, okay. Let's go do that then. I think we're good. I hope the butler did it. I hope I'm the butler. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you could see, look at the list of rooms that are possible. I've only seen a small number of the rooms. Green rooms, hallways, bedrooms, shops, red rooms. Interesting. Okay, so it just keeps track for you. That's cool. These tapes just tell you, like, what camera, I guess, they were pointing to. I can't open any of these files. There is a knight chess piece up there. But boy, this was a really big room to place. There was a ton of information that we got. And let's see, the only way I can go is this way. All right, excellent. Now I want to place a courtyard, but I can't because I don't have a gem. I kind of have to do corridor because if I don't, I'm locked in. So I now have only one way I can go, and I'm moving far up the ranks. I'm wondering, like, if I get further up the ranks, it's going to mean that I think things will get more challenging, but I don't have much of a choice. There's no reason for me to go back at this point. I can't buy anything. I could go to the kitchen to buy stuff, but it's too far away for that to be useful. Okay, so candlesticks, a picture of a cot, and a picture of a trench coat. Passageway is perfect, except it takes 2. Ugh. Well, it's closet to end the game or spare room to keep going. They're painting it up. Come on, I can use this. That's useful. What color paint? Blue. Gotcha. The door is locked. Use a key. That's all I got. No, there's actually not. That's a good point. So the drawing room requires a gem, which I don't have. And I don't think I could get. But if I put the storeroom, the issue is that I will not have any place else I can go. I will have closed my path. So I'm going to put this. Oh, but they won't even let me put it. I was going to say, can I go back and search for a gem? Nah. I'm going to see if there's anything, like, what if we found something in the closet that would help us, in some way. What's this? This is just a key and a rabbit's foot. Hey, Joe, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Easter to you. Greater chance of finding items. Well, I mean, that's cool, but I think we're going to have to restart. So again, I have botched things. In this room, there were no pictures, so they haven't moved anything in yet, from what I could tell. I gotta say, I botched it because we can't go any further, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I really focused this time on trying to put as many openings as I could, and um, with the rooms that I drafted, I feel like this was as good as I could have done. Oh, inside the closet? That I don't know. There's a picture back there of like the coast. Oh, look, and that picture again. The the $10 price tag. Interesting. Okay. So we need to call it a day. And see if we can do better this time. We've got more knowledge, though. Joe, this is Blueprints. It's kind of like a clue mystery deck building roguelike, sort of. Well, not deck building, just a roguelike. There is a deck, which is the pool of available rooms that you can draft, but I haven't figured out how to really alter it too intensely yet. We found 7 new rooms this time. That's a good question. Hey, Chloe, good evening, my friend. Sid. Apparently you can, but I didn't have a commissary. But that's a good question for the future, that you could get gems there. I think, like, another bit that I learned as I find out the rooms, I didn't really need to build a kitchen. Now that I know what a kitchen does, like, at that point, it was not necessary. So the den is gold. Look at this. It just gives you a gem and has 2 openings. Fantastic. So the den has the gem here. And, you know, the last time I was in here, there was a key. The metal detector was pretty sweet at helping you find keys. Let's just see if there's anything else lying around besides that enormous pawn. Okay. So I'm going to stay on rank 1 and just kind of go this way. And if you see the nook, the billiard room is a new room, and I'm thinking about doing it just because I like unlocking new rooms. The pantry would give us money. These are all pretty reasonable. That makes sense, Chloe. Okay. So let's try this billiard room, huh? All right. A picture of a stag and the $10. Yep, we've seen that. A brewski. So I need the rules to this game. I think somebody explained it. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, there's some money. Yes, Sid. There is. I just didn't place one that run. I mean, can you imagine, like, the idea of just what it's like as an ultra wealthy person, where you have your own, like, billiard room like this, and then you're the bartender, like, in this teeny little bar. Like, you're just kind of standing here preparing drinks for these people when they need it. I mean, I guess they could make their own drinks, but I don't know if that's what they do or not. Like, if the butler just kind of stands here and hangs out and then just makes them drinks, or if it's just like, you know, you mix your own back here and then you sit over here. Maybe a little of both. Oh, okay, there's the math. Plus, minus, multiply, divide. Okay. So let's see if we can figure out this puzzle then. I was hoping for... We did find a note that pertained to it a little bit, but it just said you didn't need to know how to play darts. So let's say I click on that. Oh, okay. Let's see. So this is... Wait, let me see if I'm getting this right. Let's see. It gives you the first number. Oh, and I need to use the billiard balls, maybe? But I can't, Right, so is this a... This is just single 15 right here. So this is... Oh, I see, and I could click on the numbers on the outside, just nothing on the inside. Okay, so it says... Okay, let me see. Plus, minus, multiply, divide. Well, let's just try it out. So, if I click 8, does that do anything over here? No. Okay, well then, let me just click on 15. Okay, now it's 8 and 11. Oh, okay, plus, right, so it's 19. Okay. And then this is double 10, so it's like 32? Or am I not... Is this double in this ring, or is this triple? Triple 10? Okay, thank you. So then it's 42. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I haven't played darts in a bit. Okay. So 42... I mean... Can I click on multiple? No, it didn't like that. Okay. I was going to just click on 4 and 2. Oh. It is, but you can't... Can you click, like... The mouse doesn't seem to let you click on the interior of the board, just on the numbers along the outside. So it does say plus, minus, multiply, divide. I don't know if I can click on... Oh, you're right. Thank you. Okay, minus. So it's 30 minus 12 is... Yes, 30 minus 12 is 18. Okay. No, I did it wrong. Okay, let me try it again. Let me see. So I did just regular, and then the next one was add. So I thought the next one would be minus, but maybe... Let me think about this. The first one was just straight up 15. And then I'm going to add it. So then this is 19. So let's think about this. I mean, if I subtract 30 from 12... But no, I can't go that high. It has to be 20 or less. 30 minus 12 seems to be 18. But when I clicked it, it did not like that. Well, that's the thing. 30 divided by 12 is not clean. Let me think. Plus was the first one. It could be. I could try that and just say it's not triple and just say it's 2. Let me see. That was it. No, Chloe was right. This doesn't seem to count. Like, you're not doubling or tripling. You're just taking the numbers. And that's what the note said. You don't need to know the rules of darts. So the fact that there's a double ring and a triple ring is irrelevant. It's just the number, I think. Right? So then it's multiply now. 3 times 16? No, this is probably divide. I mean, I want it to be divide because multiply doesn't work. What if I just click 8 and just pretend like that's going to work? That did not do it. Okay, well, let's think about it again then. So I could do subtraction again, right? It could be 13. I could just add them again. I mean, I could do... Yeah, let's just do it either way. Let's just go 13, see if that is right. It was right. Okay. So now we have 2 3s. Are we adding? So, or are we multiplying? I mean... Oh. You know what? Maybe then... Okay. Maybe, is it just then that it's like, this is operator 1, operator 2, operator 3, and 4, based on distance from the center? So it's just like, because we're here, this is 3, this is multiply, so it's 9, so it's 3 times 3 is 9. So then we have 3 operators. This is... Let me think about this. This would be subtraction and then multiplication? So it's like 15 minus 10 is 5 times 3 is 15? Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, so you do the operators and you do them like they're parenthetical, like you do the subtraction first because you're doing the inside. Interesting. Okay, great. Cool. Well, we got the silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Nice. Okay, great. All right, Chloe, well, thank you for your help on that. That makes sense. I didn't understand what I could click at first, and I was thinking that there would have to be some rules around, because that's what we'd seen, but apparently not. All right. Let me see here. I think I'll take, I don't know, a corridor is alright. It's not great. I'm going to come back to that. Well, I'll lose a lot if I backtrack, but I don't want to go up to this rank. I want to kind of fill stuff in first. So I'm gonna take it on the chin. And again, I'm just learning the game. I don't know, but if it's a good idea to just try to move up to the, goal, or if you want to try to fill in as many rooms as you can. I kind of like the idea of a parlor. You get a lot of gems in these parlors. All right, and let me see here. So it's the gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Uh-oh. Okay, so one is lying, one is telling you the truth. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in this box. I mean, if this was lying, and this was telling the truth, and this was telling the truth, let's think about this. Let's say that, just start here. If this was telling the truth, then this was lying, then the gems would be in there. So it can't be that this one is telling the truth, because then this would not work, I think. The gems are not in the white box. If that's true, and then that says it's true, then this would have to be false, and the gems couldn't be in there. So then that means that one of these has to be lying. If this was true, and this was true, and this was lying, it could be the blue or the black, perhaps. Well, wait. Yeah, it can be lie or true. Exactly. So I'm not entirely sure if it's the blue or the black. Because if this was true and this was false... Wait. No, this was true. So these are both true. And then this one is lying. Then the gems could be in here and it would work. But it could also be, we could do it a different way. I'll just go with this, and if we lose it, we lose it. I'm not entirely sure. Oh my god. Alright, well, touche. Let's see. Nursery, whenever you draft a bedroom, game 5. Oh, good job, Mage. Okay, good thinking. Alright, let's see here. I actually want the items in the closet. And because I have 2 openings. Actually, I have 3 openings, so I can afford to create a dead end right here. And then we get a key and a gem. Very good. I'll take it. So now we're doing a better job with some items. Let's see what we can do over here. I mean, the storeroom is also really tempting. So is the guest bedroom, but I'm not too worried about steps at the moment. The kitchen will take a gem and then sell me stuff for a lot. It's not something I'm going to take the storeroom of these. We get a coin. Actually, I don't think I've placed a storeroom yet either. There's the picture of the bridge. There's the key. Here's the gem. And there's a large picture of the bride that we've seen around. And just a giant chess piece and, well, a dollhouse, I suppose. Okay, fine. A riding horse. Excellent. Alright. So now I'm going to need not a dead end. Security is pretty good. We have enough gems. Let me see, though. Well, we don't really need it. But we need to get through. Alright. So we're back in the security chamber. And let's just see if there's anything lying around that we can pick up. Any keys. Okay. Dark room. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. Ooh, that's funny. So let's look at this. A courtyard is really good right here because it allows access to both sides. The dark room is a room I haven't placed yet, and so there might be benefit to doing so. We can't see the floor plans when we're drafting in the room, but that's... Wait. Oh, does that mean... Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking, does that mean I can't look at the map? No, I think that means I can't see which 3 cards I get. And that could box me in. So let's just do the courtyard. Yeah, I agree, Sid. Okay. So we found a metal detector in here before, but this time it looks like there is no item waiting for us. But we can go both ways. So let's check out this way. A hallway is very, very useful, but then again, the spare room does just the same. Okay. Alright. And the bedroom doesn't work. The kitchen does, in the sense that I can tilt it upward. This is fine. I have no gems now, but we can move and go up. I didn't see... this note is the same as it always is, but we now know that this is actually a lie, because it's not handwritten and it's a red memo. Okay. Pantry is fine. We get money and we... Ooh. We get an orange. Get some 5 steps. Excellent. I don't know, because this time I don't actually have the magnifying glass. I did read the note from... I've got this room before. If it's a note in a room that I have already been in, ooh, I can use my special key. If I use this, it'll make a room that has many doors. Now, I actually want to leave because if I use the silver key, I'm assuming it'll, open up a way up and down, which would be good. It would waste because I can't go into the wall here, but it's still pretty good, so I'm going to use it. Nice. Wow, aquarium. I can't build it. dining room. We do have the kitchen, but we have to get to rank 8, and then we can come back to the dining room and get the really good food. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead, in the conference room. Interesting. So if you ever get an event that would spread items, they'll go to the conference room. So we're going to go to I'm going to build the dining room just so I can have this. And it's a new room. Never built this one. Okay. I don't see... The food is obviously not served yet. It's intensely creepy. There's the Queen of Diamonds again. And there's the car. That, the food somehow gets served when there's no staff on the premises. Unless it's Simon. I don't know. A guest bedroom might be the best. This doesn't take me back. This is okay, but I don't have a gem. So I'll just put in this, and we'll get ourselves some extra steps. I've already read this note. That's where I learned how to play the card game, or the darts game. Yes, the card is the car. It doesn't completely box me in because I could still go this way, and over here on the east side, I can go up this way. Garage. You get 3 keys, but you have to have a gem. Well, I'm low on gems. The Nook will be fine, though. Yes, Sid, I think that's a great detail as well. What is missing from them? Interesting. Okay. There is a test tube and a bathtub and a key. All right. I think I'm gonna need to go chapel, just to keep my options open. No, the bedroom works, actually. I'll take my top hat and go. Thank you very much. An aviator. And a square parcel of land. Oh, fading, that's so brutal. Yeah, that's where I was with my Mountain Dwarf as well. I wasn't level 27, which is brutal, but I just didn't have the strength. Like, it's so crushing in Dungeon Crawl when you feel that your character just doesn't have enough, and you're just like, yeah, it's not good. Okay. Spare room, utility closet, bunk room. We'll take spare room because it doesn't box us in. I actually am going to go back, though, and explore over here, and I can double back and go into the guest bedroom to get a bunch of my stamina back anyway. Let's see if you can go above 50. Oh, it might... Maybe you can't use the guest bedroom again. Because I don't think I... Maybe it's only one-time use. Yeah. The difference is here. The bedroom is whenever you enter the room. The guest bedroom is a one-time thing. Yes, thank you, Claude. That's exactly it. Yeah, I guess you're right, Mage. That's a good point. The menu is insane. Okay. Yeah, the guest bedroom, if it was multiple use, would be too strong. All right. Wow. Green rooms do not cost diamond gems to draft, which is very good, but you see, if I put this here, then I am boxed in. I know we said don't build the dark room, but I'm kind of thinking about doing it anyway. It's just a little bit dark. All the pictures have been ruined. Well, what they're telling you is that every green room that you want to build takes gems, but if you built that room, then future green rooms would no longer take a gem to build, which was actually pretty sweet. See, so even though I don't know what I'm going to build, this takes gems. I'll just go with the middle. It's fine. Okay, well, here's the solution, I guess. Now, this would turn off the power, but I don't know if I really want to do that. So we ended up closing ourselves off anyway. You know, actually, that's a great point. Oh, because the darkroom power was off? Thank you, thank you. I didn't notice that. Okay. Now, I think in the security room, I could change this to make it so all... Like, if I turn this off keycard entry, and then I change offline to unlocked, then I can get through any keycard I think, if I'm understanding that correctly. There is a picture of an ampersand and some sand dunes. Thank you, Chloe. Okay, perfect. Oh, I thought that was like a Zippo lighter. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we did turn on the lights in here. Oh, look at this. There's a key. And there's some notes. There's a picture of... Oh, look. Remember how this was locked? Let's see if we can... Maybe you need the magnifying glass. So, Joe... At the beginning of the game, you get the objective. You are a nephew who could inherit this estate, but you basically have to solve this last puzzle within a certain time limit to satisfy the requirements of your great-uncle's will or whatever, and we have to find a secret room in this house to do that, and that's what we're working on. There's no time limit? Okay, thank you so much. Because it just, days keep passing, but in the note in the will, it says, like, if you don't do it within a certain amount of time, it will lapse. But I don't know if that just means if you quit. So, I can't print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume, for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said that The last development was too dark, and keep an eye on that. Okay. Okay, there she is. Yes. Oh, I see what you mean. What are you thinking about the pictures, Lakes? What I have noticed about them... Oh, look. There's a lady, she's sitting at a desk. This is the office, I suppose. There's some of the staff. Out of focus. Boy, they look very happy to work here. I mean, who wouldn't be? Alright, the camera is Cinca. He's taking his own picture. What I've noticed about the pictures so far is that they seem to be the same pictures that correspond to grid positions. So, like, if whatever room I build, for example, in this location right here, row 1 or row 2, column 1, there is one of the pictures is a picture of the floor plan that shows this room, for example, and it's always there regardless of what room I place there. So it's like, I think the pictures are fixed based on the map grid, but I don't know yet. I think if I had a magnifying glass, maybe I could see the combination on this lock. Maybe... Tube tub. Oh! And, okay, so Chloe says they are fixed. Sand and, oh, I see what you mean. Lakes, you're on it. Right, it's just one letter off. Wow, very observant. Okay, here's some butler. Oh, look, he's got a note in his hand. I wonder if we could read that with the magnifying glass. Interesting. I think I've looked at all the photographs. Oh, here we go. Look. P and C? Maybe? Alright, so we need to go then back to the security room and make sure that we have this set up correctly. Oh, P and peak, thank you. Yeah, I was able to use the magnifying glass a little bit when I had it. Let me make sure that the settings stayed the same. I think I got that. Alright, we're connecting. We're dialing in. Oh, wait. This is the wrong place. I didn't need to connect. I just need to go to security settings. Keycard system. Change offline mode to unlocked. There we go. I should change the security level then to like super high. because now I can get through all security doors, I think. Oh, interesting, Sid. No, I haven't got that. All right, let's roll. Okay, so let's work our way back to the spare room. Oh, I shouldn't have gone this way. I wasted a step. I don't think so, because we turned the power off to the keycard readers, Mage, and then what we did was we set it so that all keycard readers that have power off become unlocked. So we kind of like hacked the system a bit. I could buy some food, but I think I'm alright. Alright. Oh, here's coat check. This is what you guys were talking about. Check one item and retrieve it the other day. The boudoir. The boudoir is the only one I can build that doesn't box me in. So it needs to be this. Oh, look. There's somebody got a safe for Christmas. Somebody like wrapped up that safe. That's hilarious. The ballerina. The shoes. Man, the pair of, like, you know, nice shoes on the ground. I don't know why, but that's... Oh, there's some shoes over here, too. I guess this is... It's the boudoir. It might have been Mage. That's a good point. So the conference room is useful because it has a way in each direction? Oh, let me check. Oh! You're right, Mage. It is that picture. But I need some kind of password. I mean, it could be the date, clock, and tie. Time and tie, I gotcha. So what's missing is an M. Oh, derp. Well, 12/25, I mean, if it's Christmas Day, I guess, right? But did it work? That is it. Okay then. So it was Christmas. All right, we got a gem, and we found an envelope with the number 4. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion, and stooped to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Uh-oh. Oh, either way, Chloe? Okay. Yes, exactly. That is a good point, because in some parts of the world, right, you put the day first. Yes, there are other pages. There is a note, red envelope with a 4. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did, but for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies, and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Yikes. Yikes. There is some deep lore for sure. Okay, so now we can go to the conference room. And, oh. I missed the gramophone, you're right. Okay. No, I can't interact with it. At least that I could see. Alright, let's check in here. There's a letter over here. This says, spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed on several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead to save you steps. That's cool. Oop, there's a red memo. Let's see if there's anything else that we want in the conference room. Oh, safe code 9083. Okay. But remember, this is a red memo, so is this wrong? Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in office safe. All right, there's a safe in the office. All right. Let's go down here, see what we can get. The gymnasium makes you lose steps. Oh, boy. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. I mean, this is cool, but it takes my gem. I'm going to build it just because I've never built it, and I kind of want to have as many rooms as possible. It counted as a bedroom. It gave you 5 steps for doing it itself. So that's kind of cool, too, I think. It did that. The Red Prince. Oh, by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow, and he never looked up for fear of the sky. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue, so he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess, with the clues that we have said, it was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Well, so right. Throne room. Red stuff. Canary and crow. Outside. Bridge. Bed. Tub. Yep. Crown. There's the clock. There's the mirror. There is a sheaf of wheat and a rain cloud. Oh, grain and rain. So I guess G is the missing letter, or the special letter in that case. Okay. Here we have spine and pine, I guess. Oh. I get it. It's a note, right? So it's like if I write down, where am I? I'm in the conference room. If I make a grid and I put S right there, and then below me I put G, maybe it says something from top to bottom. Like if we look at all the pictures, it'll spell something out. Commissary, we can't build. Laboratory and coat check. So the coat check, it's cool that we can build it, but the killer is that if we do build it, it's a dead end. The commissary we can't build because we have no gems. So again, we've come to the end of ourselves. I don't even think, even if I build a coat check, I'm just building it because I haven't built it yet, but I don't even have any items in my inventory. That's how sad it got. I had to get to rank 8. I can get the meal. So let's go back and let's look at this room. This room is chart, or let's see, crate and rate, maybe? Chart and chest? No. Do you think it's a C? I mean, it's like, it's a bar graph that's going up. You do not have any items. I don't. That's okay. So let's go back through with our steps and see how many we can get. All right. I can go to the dining room actually right now, and I can eat to get a bunch of steps. So this is this room is M. So let me look where I am. M. Uh-huh. This actually has, whenever you build this, you don't get any info. Then below here, in the bedroom, this is pilot and plot, I guess. So it's an I. And I am below the spare room. Okay. And the nook is over here. Tub and tube, it's a B. Okay. Yep, look, here's the food, the dining room. We got it, because we got to rank 8. We got the figgy pudding, or whatever this is. The country stew pie. Have dinner. Try it. Delicious. So it helps us walk around a lot more. Card and car. Okay, so this is an R. The pantry has a coat and a cot. Okay. This is a tray and a tie. No. Let's see. Tier and tie. So it's a R. Maybe. I think it is. Oh, I forgot to go into the guest bedroom to see what was over there. I have enough steps. Let me get it. This is a bird in a boat. No. That's too many differences. Crow and row. So it's a C. All right. Thank you, Sid. Yes. Let me go this way. All right, so this is now a rod and road. Now, the courtyard doesn't have any notes or pictures, unfortunately. The dark room... I don't think it does. I mean, it doesn't have any of those kind of pictures. The utility closet, though, does have the sand and the and, so this is an S. Oh, it does? Okay, thank you. Let me look. Let me look at the dark room better. Oh, you're right. They're over here. That's right. And it was peak and P, so it's a K. And then the corridor is a nice car and cart. So this is a T. The billiard room is a stag and a tag. So it's an S. And this is a pine and a pin. So it's an E. Card. Well, let's think. Ace and face, I guess. So it's an F. I don't know, like face card. And then pray and pry. So it's an A. In the closet are stairs and stars. So it's an I. Observer, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I am really, really liking this game so far. I love puzzle games and mystery games, and I like the art and just the setting of it. It's super cool. This is Bridge and Bride. So G. And then back in security, we had does security actually have anything though? Yes. Tub and bat? Bath and bat. Okay. So it's H. So I'm just guessing, but it looks like I have some words. I think it maybe the last three words of this, if they're all 5-letter, like Wordle, crack, right, safes might be the last three words, but I'm not sure about the courtyard because I didn't see any pictures in here, but let me look more closely if there were pictures. We're filling it in, though. We're doing a good job. Hey, Observer, thank you so much for those Bezos bucks. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to be the next person on into space from Bezos after these. Yeah, it doesn't look like it does have pics. So, at this point, it's probably call it a day. I'm out of steps. I have keys. I have some money. Like, I could go buy food, but I don't have the commissary. I can't save anything. I didn't find any items. but we're making such good progress. Oh, you're right. So you're saying you can make a wish in the fountain? Oh, yeah. Okay, so if you go close to it, it does say you can. What's this going to do? I threw a coin in. I don't know if that did anything, but I definitely threw a coin in. It doesn't look like it changed the layout. It didn't give me a gem or a key. Oh, does the money stay in there? I know, Mage. We certainly should, if I can find it again. Awesome. Well, I'm going to have to call it a day. So what do we get? Mount Holly, mid-sized villa. We got 24 total rooms. We got all the way up to rank 8. 8 new rooms, only one item, sadly, which we used, was that key. But that was awesome. So, I've got my page here, my piece of paper where I'm keeping notes, and we have found a lot of good lore, but we're also, learning better how to play the game and what to look for. And I have to say, I'm just entirely captivated by this game. And no worries, Observer. I'm so glad you're able to see some of it. And I think I don't know how long this game is, but this seems like one I certainly want to try and beat. And I'm having a blast with it. However, it is indeed my bedtime. And I want to say, everyone, thank you so much for coming out and watching some blueprints, hanging out, giving me some advice and tips, trying to figure out the mystery together. This is certainly a cool game. We'll be back tomorrow. If you're interested in stopping by, I hope you all have an excellent evening or day. Badger, good to see you, my friend. Sid, Observer, Mage, Chloe, Alex, Julie, Fading, Chef Smitty, Shutter, Osgood, Kreft, James, Lakes, Heathrun. Oh, good evening, my friend. I missed your comment, Heathrun. I'm so glad you enjoyed the monthly idea. I had fun doing it. Retro Gamer, Joe. It's a long one, Sid? Oh, interesting. Hey, do. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm having a great time with it. It's certainly cool. Take care, everyone.